So, hallo, hier sind wir jetzt gerade bei Ubisoft nach der Präsentation von EndWar. Und wir haben jetzt einen Entwickler hier an unserer Seite, der uns ein bisschen mehr über das neue Strategiespiel erzählen wird. Hi, maybe you'd like to introduce yourself and your position.
Sure. My name is Cedric Dalmas. I'm associate producer on EndWar, working in Shanghai. We are a team of 3 people here in Leipzig to present the game. We are very, very excited today because it's the first time we're actually showing the real game. We've met journalists later on in May, and we talked to them. At that time we had no game to show, so we made a lot of speech, a lot of promises on what we will have on the game. They were kind enough to listen to us, and now we are very happy that we can definitely show the game and show all the promises we made.
So just tell us something about the most important gameplay features of EndWar. There was a lot of rumors how the game will be in the end. So from your side, what are the main gameplay features? What's special about EndWar?
It's a difficult question because there's a lot of different features. Okay. The first thing I'd like to point out is that this game has been made up from the ground up for console. So with that on mind, the main feature for me is the new camera angle. We haven't seen yet on RTS on console. We look at the action genre, we look at GTA 2 to GTA 3 on PlayStation 2, and they've all made the same move. They've gone to 2D top-down view to real 3D third-person view. So that's exactly what we've done in EndWar, and I think the camera angle is really an innovative feature on console, making the game more balanced, more polished for consoles. So that's one of the features. The other of the feature is the voice command. Working for console, we really want to make the game accessible to anyone, to the RTS player, but also to the action player. And using the voice command system, which is I bet you've seen, it's working really well. Make the game more streamlined and more easy to control. And it's also like being an armchair general. You are the general. You are giving the order by voice.
The game I saw so far seems to be very complex. There are many things going on these large vast maps. You have to command a lot of troops, which I saw. So how you make it easy for the player to keep control over this huge battlefield?
So the demo you've seen had the maximum number of units on the camp and the GSF, the American camp. We actually have a maximum of 12 units given to a player to make sure he will not be overwhelmed by too many controls and too many units to handle. We have 7 different unit types. The first one being the rifleman, the second one being combat engineer, the third one being transport, the fourth being gunships, the fifth being tanks, 6 artillery, and finally the last one is a command vehicle that we didn't show later on. So with all that, we are trying to make the experience the more accessible possible. Actually, you will not play with 12 units until the end of the game, so it will be very easy to control and to get into the control system, the voice command, and all the gameplay mechanics to get into that.
A big key feature of the game seemed to be the multiplayer part, like in any other strategy game. So what will be special about the multiplayer part in EndWar?
The multiplayer part has been developed really from the beginning of the game. It was like a conjoined development with a single and a multiplayer part. What we want to create is really a seamless single player and multiplayer. So whether you play offline, the World War III on the 40 territories, you can anytime jump into multiplayer, and the feeling and the mission will be exactly the same type of missions. What we work also is on a new system that we call the Theater of War. The Theater of War will be a web-based representation of the evolution of the World War III and of the front lines. When you play in multiplayer, you will select one of the 3 factions, and when you play on the faction in multiplayer, every match will be aggregated to make the front lines evolving.
Tell us something about the challenge to take a strategy game from the 2-dimensional scenario to the 3rd dimension.
It has been a strong challenge indeed, because we are using an engine that is not made for RTS, which is the Unreal 3 engine. So our engineers team really spend a lot of time in tweaking and modifying the engine to make sure we can use it on for RTS. The choice of this engine was made because we really want a top-notch visual representation, and we want like all the characters to be, all the animation to be highly visible on screen, and we really want a shiny and attractive game. Using the power of the next generation console, which are the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, really allow us to push to the limits. If you add on top of that the HD features, it's also add us the depths and the fields and the vision we want to have on the game.
Okay, so that's it. Thank you very much for giving us so much information about the game, and have fun on the Games Convention.
Thank you very much.